Hi you guys, and welcome back to another story time video. This one isn't going to be as heartfelt and serious and like about my life and everything like that. No, it's going to be more about life experiences and how I learned, like, I don't want to say right from wrong, but pretty much how to keep everything all together. So if you guys are interested in how bad decisions turn into bad things, keep on watching. Okay, so picture this. It was 2012. Yes, 2012, because I was just driving. It was either 2012 or 2013. No, 2012. Definitely 2012, because I wasn't a senior yet, because Jack was still in high school. And Jack and I weren't together at this point because back in high school we went through like 2 years of him not wanting to be with me but me really wanting to be with him, and then the last like other 2 years it was me not really wanting to be with him and him wanting to be with me. So it was we had a lot of issues back then, and we will touch on that in our Q&A, but anyways, or in another video. But anyways, so it was 2012, I wasn't with Jack, I had just gotten my license that past summer, and my cousin was really good friends with Jack back then, so he was going to a party. And I was like, I want to go to that party because I think Jack will be at that party. And Jack and his best friend were always out at these house parties. And so my cousin was going, so of course I felt comfortable enough to go to this party. So I went, and there were some people, you know, who I knew from school because I was a very, very, very friendly person. And I just pretty much would talk to anyone. I knew pretty much everyone by name. That was just how I was. So I knew some people, like some of my girlfriends that I had went to middle school with were there, and because Javarius was dating one of them. So, you know, I ended up going, and Jack wasn't there. So I was just pretty much at this party, and I had been playing beer pong, and then I had got a mixed drink. He had got me Coke, and then I think it was Henny or something like that. No, it wasn't Henny. It was something else that was really, really disgusting. So I didn't end up drinking that, but I had already had like a few shots and everything. So then I saw this guy that I went to school with and I was in class with. So I took AP classes, AP and honors classes my junior and senior year because I really wanted to make sure that I got good grades and I had good stuff on my, what are they called? On my, I don't want to say my report, but on my transcript for college. So when I saw him, I was like, oh, you know, it's just so-and-so. There's no way nothing bad will happen. You know, he's a good kid. I thought at least he was a good kid. So he comes up to me and he's like, hey, Lonyea, you know, what's going on? I'm like, hey, such and such, what's going on? How's everything going? You know, like I didn't just see him yesterday at school. But, you know, nonetheless, hey, what's going on? So then he says that I have this stuff, and I'm like, oh, okay. And he's like, it's called K2, but it's similar to, and I was just like, what? I've never heard of that. I've never heard my cousin say that. I've never heard Jack say that. I've never heard Derek say that. Like, I've never heard it. And he's like, oh yeah, it's synthetic weed, but it's legal. So my rationing behind that was, if it's legal, it's okay. So I'll go ahead and take it. Like, I'll just go ahead and smoke it. And looking back, I am so dumb because, I mean, he, for one, knew that I didn't do drugs, I barely drank, like, that just wasn't my crowd, and so I feel like he should have had my back enough to say, like, no, Lonyea, you don't need to do that, but he didn't, so I ended up smoking it, and oh my God, like, when I think about it, it is just the worst experience I've ever had. So I smoke it and it starts hitting me, like it just like, wow, all of a sudden. The shit, oh, okay, I remember we were in this basement and it had like a big round bed. And I remember going over, there was like another section of it that had like pillars, and it was like kind of where the washer and dryer laundry area was. We were over there and I found my cousin and I'm like, hey, like I am tweaking, like I want to go to the hospital, I want to go home, like call my mom right fucking now, like I am not doing this. So what it was doing to my mind, it was slowing everything down. So instead of it being at normal speed, it was like like the bass was like woo, 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 woo. Like it was like slow. And then the next turn, everything would speed up. Like it would just be like supersonic speed. Like everything would be going so fast. And one thing I hate is to feel out of control of my own body, which is why I don't smoke very often and why I don't drink very often. I just like to be in control of my body. Once in a while, I'll let go and do them both. But no, like that, oh my gosh, you guys, it's something that I never want anyone to experience. It just is not a good feeling when you feel like everything is speeding up and then everything is slowing down. And so my cousin, he's like, you know, chill, 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 you know, just relax, it'll wear off, and like it'll wear off in 5 minutes. And I'm like, it's been 30 minutes already. Like it literally felt like it was like an hour had passed by. Like it was just going so like, it felt like it was going so fast, but literally time was going so slow. Everything else was just speeding up and slowing down. My senses were all over the place. Like everything was crazy. So he tells me to go lie down, and there was this guy named Nick there. And every time I tell this story, I cannot express how thankful I am that Nick was there, because obviously my cousin was there, but he was so wrapped up into this party and the girls and everything like that. Like he wasn't really worried. Plus he didn't really think that anything could have happened, which honestly, anything could have happened. Like that is one of those defining moments where, because Nick was there, nothing happened. But if Nick was not there, who knows what could have happened. Like I don't even want to think. But so Nick was there, and he was like, we had classes freshman and sophomore year, so he was like, you know, I knew him, he was really cool. He also knew the guy that gave me the drug. Like he knew him. We were all in school together, and he was actually in a band with that guy. So anyway, so Nick like lies down with me on this circular, it's like a circular red bed, and it was kind of hard, so it kind of felt like concrete. And so I lay on the bed, and I just lay there, and everything starts to like continue to like speed up and slow down, but I just close my eyes and try to stay steady so that way it could, you know, wear off. So I don't remember how long we stayed there, you guys, but we were laying there in that bed, and like he was right next to me. Like he literally wasn't letting me move, wasn't letting anyone come talk to me. Like he was like, you are good, just stay right here, I'm with you. So then when I got a little bit, I don't want to say better, but when I felt like I could function, I got up and I'm like, all right, Nick, I can drive home. And he's like, no, you know, no, let me drive you. And I'm like, no, I just live like right up the street and around the corner. Like, I'll just drive myself home. And he was like really adamant about that not happening. So because I was trying to leave the party, he just went ahead and left the party. So he actually followed me in his car, or a friend's car, followed me to my house to make sure I got into my house, and then ended up leaving. And like, you guys, like I just don't do drugs, okay? Don't. And it wasn't even purposely. If he would have never told me that it was legal weed and used the term weed, because I knew weed was not bad, but if he would have never used the term legal weed, I would have never, ever, ever done that drug. Like, no way, no Jose. Like, no meth, no heroin, no K2, no crack, no cocaine, like none of those. Like the only thing I will touch is weed, which I don't even like to touch very often, because once again, I don't like to feel out of my body. I don't like to feel like I'm tweaking or something like that. So you guys, I just mainly want to tell you guys this, especially if I have younger followers, which I know I have more mature and older women as my subscribers, but even for those people that just watch this video that aren't subscribed, drugs aren't cool. Weed is okay, especially if it's not laced with anything, which right now a lot of people are lacing it with fentanyl and all these other drugs, so you have to be really, really careful who you get your weed from and everything like that. Weed is okay. I'm not bashing weed at all. It's just the other drugs, which now they made K2 illegal, so which it should have always been illegal, because something that is created by someone else that's synthetic, that is fake, should not be legal on the market at all. It just, the side effects and the way that your body feels, it is just not cool at all. You guys, every time I think of the story and think of how I feel, it's just, so after that, I didn't smoke weed for a very, very, very long time. I think I smoked weed my first time, it was with my cousin, again, and it was probably a year later, but even that time I tweaked. Like I had the tweakiest tweak. Like so now the most I'll do is hit a vaporizer or a vape or a vaporizer or whatever, but that is about it because that's like a different high. Like I don't feel like in my mind I feel like my body is just relaxed. But you guys, weed is not okay. Drugs are not okay. You know, if you're underage, you definitely don't need to be doing anything. Do I feel like weed should be legalized? Absolutely, especially because the state that I live in, we need the money. So if we could just legalize weed, we could have some revenue, some taxes, you know, things of that sort. We could get this state up. But anyway, so that's just my little story, my little blip in my history of one of the dumb things that I've done. But if you guys enjoyed this video, please let me know. Also subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And I'm done. I love you all, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Mwah. Bye.